Hi, everybody. My camera's on focus. What the heck's going on? There we go.
Oh, clicked in.
All right, I'm going to redo that. Hi, everybody. It is Sarah, the founder of the Live Like Ruth Foundation. If you see me, you know that we're going to meet a very special dog. Today, of course, is no exception. Joanna is here with our friend, our new friend, Sully. Hi, Joanna. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. So glad to talk with you. How are you?
Yeah, I see you're keeping a lot of plants alive back there. I might need some advice.
Yeah, those are the two that I'm keeping alive.
I'm so
I'm
bad.
working on keeping the dog alive. The plants are bonus.
Yeah, honestly. So I know that you reached out for some help and you've paid, wow, over $20,000, I think, in bills, which some of it your insurance covered. But tell us, I know Sully means a lot to you, but tell us kind of, your background with him and how important he is, and then what's going on with the cancer diagnosis.
Absolutely. And I'm sure he'll make his way onto screen. He just went out onto the back porch. He'll be here. So Sully is a 6-year-old black lab, and he was trained. Oh my gosh, that picture's so good. He was trained at Needs World-Class Service Dogs, which is in central Massachusetts. They are fantastic. So from puppyhood, he was trained to be a disability service dog. Now 6 years ago, I applied to Needs to see about getting a disability service dog to help me find some more independence and help me live more fully with some disabilities. And they said, we don't know when you're going to get matched, but have faith that something will find exactly the right dog for you. So when Sully was about 2, I got the call that we'd been matched, and in September 2021 we got trained together at the Needs campus, and he came home with me, and he has been by my side ever since, with the exception of when he's had to be in the hospital. Yeah, we've had adventures. He goes to Fenway Red Sox games. He's been in a lot of Red Sox ads at this point, because why wouldn't you with that face? We've gone to Scotland. This was a trip to Florida, the UK. He was a much better flyer than I am. And we've been to Disneyland. Yeah, there's Edinburgh. He at some point reached the point where he didn't like the rain anymore, but he's a Labrador, so he was very tolerant. But things like that, I wouldn't have been able at all really to do that without his support. I had barely traveled much as an adult until I had his companionship and support. So sometime earlier this late winter, early spring, I noticed some things starting to shift in his personality. He was less excited about going in the car, then started really not wanting to go in the car, starting just a number of things. I'm like, this is not my dog. Something's getting weird. We couldn't figure it out. Blood work looked fine, all the things. And as his health kind of declined throughout the spring, which was so upsetting to watch without knowing how to help him, eventually we made it to, look, the kidney values are not right on the lab test. Let's do an ultrasound, and let's do a biopsy. And he was confirmed to have renal carcinoma on one of his kidneys. I think the left one. Here he is. He's like, what are you doing? So he had surgery on June 2nd this year to remove the whole kidney. I guess that's what they do. They take the kidney with tumor and all out. That surgery alone was $11,000. Yeah. At any other point in my life, I would not have had the space on credit cards or anything like that to put it on, nor do I have any one family connection or anything that could just, spot that. And the spring cost all sorts of other types of money trying to get diagnostics and stuff. And a lot of that was not going to be reimbursed from our health pet insurance. He came through the surgery really well. He started chemo the next week and has been kind of on courses of chemo throughout the entire summer, going every couple of weeks. We drive about half hour to this amazing clinic in Waltham, Massachusetts, where they adore him, and he gets excited to go see his friends at the dog tour with a G. And I feel so grateful to have those incredible resources near my home to be able to take him. I'm so grateful to friends and loved ones who created a GoFundMe for Sully as soon as they heard that he was going to need the surgery. They have raised, we now have, I think, 164 people have donated since June 1st. We've raised about $11,000, which covers much of the previous bills. Thank goodness, because there's just no way I could manage that. But going forward, we don't totally know what his prognosis is. This isn't a cancer that just says, like, yes, you're in remission. So it's going to be a lot of trying to care for him with a kidney that is maybe not doing all that well. So we've been trying to treat that recently. He still is absolutely loving and affectionate and eager to be helpful. Like if I drop something, he's so excited to come and pick it up for me. Or if he finds clutter on the floor, he will bring it over and be like, you dropped this. I'd like a piece of kibble, please. He's very, self-motivated. But we just had our very first day today of graduate school classes or orientation. And it's another one of those things I don't know that I would have undertaken without knowing I have his support. And, he wasn't feeling super great today, but he was so excited to help. He was so excited to be there. And he loves meeting new people. So to be able to bring him there and was amazing. And then also to have to tell people over and over again, like, well, he's been in treatment for cancer all summer. People say, like, what were you up to? I'm like, keeping my dog alive. Or to say, yeah, he's not feeling all that great. So he's so happy to get to say hello to people. That brings me so much joy. I'm like, oh, why isn't he feeling good? Well, and it, breaks all of our hearts just to see him have to go through all that. So we're trying to figure out next steps with the oncologist, kind of given different ways he's responded to chemotherapy and all of that, kind of going, what's the best next best thing for him. And having just started graduate school and still trying to nail down part-time work and living in Boston, which is one of the most expensive cities in the country, it's getting scary in terms of, can I make my rent, get my dog's medical needs met, and then keep up with anything else going on in life. So I've been very grateful that there are organizations like this that are trying to help out with grants and support, because he's everything to me. And one of the things that the GoFundMe has taught me is when I put it up, I worried that friends or family would think I was being selfish in asking for money. What is so clear is how much he means to a whole community, including people I've never met who are loved ones of people I know or something like that. Just knowing and believing in what service dogs can do for folks, knowing that he is just like the sweetest, gentlest soul. We also got t-shirts to sell that say, I have been licked and loved by service dog Sully. I'm seeing them all over. Our oncology team them and wore them on the same day of his treatment. And I walked in and I was like, oh, you guys are so good. So seeing the way a whole community is really rallying around to support us is just incredibly moving. And it reminds me that, like, none of us are in this alone, and been trying to hold on to that.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally what I was going to say, is the team surrounding you, from the oncologist. I mean, driving, we've had people drive 8 hours to oncologists. Like, even though it's a trip, like when you add a dog into that's not feeling the best, always going back and forth, it's really, really hard. So, and amazing, a lot of times, we have to say no to people. And the first thing we tell them is, hey, start a GoFundMe or start a fundraiser for Live Like Rue, where people will get to be able to make a donation that's tax deductible, and we will get you those funds. We have a long waiting list. So amazing. But I'm here to tell you and surprise you that we're going to help you the rest of the way. You
got it on camera. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
Yes. Of course. So we have the special fund for service dogs named after Titan, who every time I talk about it, I start crying. I
believe it.
Yeah, he is an amazing dog and left a legacy. He passed away. I got to say goodbye to him, but he, alerted to seizures and those kind of things for the son of Beth, and just was an amazing dog who ended up with cancer. And I think Sully's happy. Like, hey, Mom, look what happened.
You're going to help us, Bubba. You're going to help us get you to your doctor.
Yeah, we're so honored to help you. I think, there's no more important work when you look at the fact that you can go to school and you can vacation and you can go and live your life. That's a really important animal to keep around for sure. So we're happy to help you.
Thank you so much. That means the world to me. And yeah, it's just knowing I can get him the next treatment is so huge. Thank you so much. And to everybody who donates to help make that possible. I know it takes a whole community giving to be able to support any of us. So thank you.
Yes, it does. And we are so thankful to our donors. So if anybody wants to donate, please put in the notes for Sully. You can also on our website donate to the fund called To Be a Titan is what this is called. So that is named after Titan. Any of you that have followed us for a while remember him and know his story. And I cried like for 2 weeks after he passed away. He was not even my dog, but it's just bad. It's so hard to like just take a sick service dog and then losing them and trying to explain to that sweet boy like where his dog went. I have no idea how that family did that. But and like you said, you waited for Sully. It's not like you can just go and get one of these dogs. There's a waiting list. They're hard to get. You have to go through training. It's not, you can't just replace them, and that's really important for people to know. Truly.
And I know that people train up service dogs in lots of different ways, and there's lots of good ways to have a great partnership with your service dog. But, the whole first 6 months we were at home, even though he'd been training for 2.5 years, we were still getting to know each other. And like, it took a lot of trust for both of us to build this bond where we can believe that each of us are taking care of each other. And that's, on the someday, if I have to reapply for another dog in like 4,000 years when Sully's in old age and ready to retire, it's going to not just be a wait, but like, we have to give our hearts all over again. Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's so important to know. Yeah. It's been an honor to meet you, Joanna. Thank you. I'm so glad I found you. The medical team forwarded me your app, and I was like, yes, we will help them. So keep us posted. I know many people will care and want to see updates, so please let us know. But so nice to meet you.
Great to meet you too. Thank you for all you do, and to all the Live Like Rue folks out there.